What up? It's your boy T Burn Reaction. Today's Music Money. I'm gonna cap it off with the latest from the Dynamic Duo of Dissecting Music, NK Soul and Roxy. This is their delve into their own little perspective, break it down, and recreate, break down, dig deep in some of your favorite theme songs. Growing up was cartoon theme song or TV theme song. I'm gonna check out the latest one for the season two, and with season two they're doing more live action TV series. And this is their latest one. They just literally released yesterday, and this is them dissecting a classic theme from the '80s, another classic theme from the '80s. That is action from an action series at that. Now, the first one I came across was Knight Rider. This one we'll take a look at them digging in the concept of the infamous A-Team as well too. So without further ado, let's check them the duo out though. These two are both talented in their own way, and Queso being a talented DJ and producer, and Roxy being a talented pianist. Let's get it. Keyboardist.
There's just one thing I need to say. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men proudly escaped the stockade into the Los Angeles underground.
Today, still.
I know there's so many kids, folks who grew up on this, always want to do that intro message all the time.
Wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire.
The A-Team.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dissect the Music. My name's NK Soul.
And my name's Roxy.
This is the show where we break down music that we grew up loving. The music can come from anywhere, whether it's a TV show, whether it's a cartoon, whether it was in the charts. If we loved it, we're gonna break it down. So, what song are we breaking down today, Roxy?
So today, we're going back to the 1980s. What better time to give credit to the veterans of Vietnam with this in-your-face, explosive TV classic. This show follows Heroes for Hire, B.A. Baracus, Howling Mad Murdoch, Templeton Peck, and John Hannibal Smith on adventures righting wrongs after escaping a prison sentence they didn't deserve. The show comes about following a pitch by then NBC president Brandon Tartikoff, who wanted a show that combines The Dirty Dozen, The Road Warrior, and Mission Impossible. With this brief, Stephen J. Cannell got to work on producing this awesome show that has become nostalgic fodder for...
If you're not familiar with him, he's the ending to a lot, I think, including where she wrote with the that there's the typewriter and fell the paper in the air. That's
so many of us to this day. This show's theme song was brought to us by Mike Post and Pete Carpenter. However, Mike is credited as the main composer. Having said that, Mike is noted as saying that creating this theme song was so much fun, approaching it like it was a cartoon even. There were other composers that supported the theme's creation, for which they were credited and earned royalties too. Mike Post is also responsible for bringing us the theme songs for Doogie Howser, The Rockford Files, for which he won a Grammy, LA Law, Law and Order SVU, Quantum Leap, NYPD Blue, and Hill Street Blues. Mike says that the star instrument of each composition begins with the story of the show. This theme is weighted with orchestral elegance versus muscular rockiness and tells a story of victory, justice, and goodwill with its punchy accents and iconic melody. Let us know in the comments what you love most about this theme song. Hearing from you means so much to us. On that note, here at Dissect, we only break down the best. So,
and Michael's still alive, kicking it at 80 years old, man. Wow.
The A-Team.
The A-Team, come on.
Come on! Wow. Woo. Wow. Woo.
Iconic,
wow.
iconic. Where does that take you, Roxy, when you hear that?
Lord, that transported me straight back to Saturday afternoon. Sunny Saturdays. It usually come on around, I feel like it was on around 2 o'clock.
I think
that's why I was thrown off. They credited the wrong person. That's all. Like, why he's only 80? Yeah, hold on. That's not Mike Post. The other guy's Mike Post. That's why they messed me up at. I was like, one like, anyway, how you doing? 80 years old. Yeah, the guy on the right is actually Mike Post. Let me see something real quick. That's what threw me off a little bit. Carpenter. And Pierre Carpenter is the one on the left side. He actually passed away at 87. That's what threw. That's was like a little. That's why I was a little confused right there. Pierre Carpenter actually passed away at 87. So, but Mike is the one, the guy on the right. He's 80 years old. He's 80 years old. At the time, he was like possibly 40 or 50, whatever. And but yeah, AT came out. I'm like looking like I was curious to see how old he is because they showed him like if he's still alive or not because he's up there 83. So he was like literally 39 years old. Wow. The guy on the right is Mike Post, by the way. That's what threw off a little bit. I'm like, hold up, that like he looked kind of like he must look old back in the day. No, they mixed the picture up.
Wow. Come on. Wow. Woo. Wow.
Iconic, iconic,
Wow.
iconic. Where does that take you, Roxy, when you hear that?
Lord, that transported me straight back to Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Sunny Saturdays. It usually come on around, I feel like it was on around 3 o'clock, 2,
I think so, yeah. It wasn't evening, it was...
Yeah, it was daytime television.
Yeah.
So much fun. To be honest with you, I don't think I was old enough to understand a lot of the plot in the story, like
Me
what was going on, but I
either.
just loved the action.
This one shows like you didn't care about the plot, you just love the action, and it's cool. And of course, Mr. T, a pity fool.
The explosions,
That's
the
nice.
masks and the hijinks. There's a lot going on.
Yes.
But
Hijinks.
honestly, what a theme song.
Characters in that show were all so different. Obviously, everyone remembers Mr. T, but everyone else in there, they just really fit in. They were all really different.
Yeah.
I love the
And I
fact
didn't know,
that-
like I said, I didn't know their names. I just always said I knew Hannibal and Mr. and B.A. Bragg, so I call Mr. T. Other two, I call Dirk Benedict the pretty boy, and the other one the goofy man, the goof.
It's bright. So this song is mostly in majors, apart from when you get to the rocky section. This song is mostly in majors, so it's good, it's light and it's fun and it's, but it's still got the military feel to it. Mike has done an exceptional job of pulling out the show's theme, where it's fun but it's serious at the same time. This is such a mighty theme song. It would be wrong not to have a go, right? So I've gone into my fabulous Logic again, and I've actually tried to tap into some other plugins as well this time, to see if I could find some sounds that I could use to have a go at remaking this theme song. I thought I'd take the drums, the horns, the timpani, the electric guitar, the strings, to see if I could try and recreate some of the magic that was in the original. So the first sound I've got loaded up is the timpani. This is quite a significant sound in the song, so I thought I'd start with this and give myself a feel for how the song will progress. So now that I've got my timpani, it needs something to sort of bolster it up a bit.
Was
so I'm
that
going to
a
add
show
a
enough?
piano to it.
That was
One of the more significant sounds in the song, as well as the timpani, is the drums. And I found with Logic that the only way I can get the sound to be rich enough is if I layer the drum kits. So I've got myself a Bluebird drum kit, a Brooklyn drum kit, a Detroit Garage drum kit, a Manchester drum kit, and an orchestral drum kit. All together, I get myself a rich sound that does the song enough justice, in my opinion.
wow.
Strings hold the melody, so I'm going to have a test of the string ensemble to hear how that sounds.
Nice.
Going to move on to the brass. I found myself a full brass and French horns. So the French horns are going to hold the chords and the full brass is going to play the melody behind the strings. And the French horns. Finally, one other element is in the following section in the song. Found myself a British stack synth lead, which will help to emphasize the notes in the bridge section of the song.
Yeah.
We listen, we don't judge.
Before you do that, there's just one thing I need to say.
There you go.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't
She over it.
These men promptly escaped the maximum security stockade into the Los Angeles underground.
Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune.
If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire.
Like I said,
The A-Team.
Well, now that you got that off your chest,
yeah, like I said,
Take a listen.
I know so many kids who wanted to do that.
shall we?
Let's.
Remake, okay. Definitely a good remake. Like somebody like want to put like a TV like part of AT in a show like that, they can use this. Like they can little parody of AT, they can use this. This is good. Or like a reunion or something. Or some reunion. She did
The
good,
Mike
man.
Post Peter Carpenter
She did
understudy.
good.
Rocks. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant rendition. Really, really stayed faithful to the original. Great sounds that you chose. Absolutely fantastic. How long did it take you to do that?
I'm going to be honest. I actually had to wrestle with this one quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because finding the right sounds has been a real challenge. And as I've said in a previous episode, I'm now getting to grips with Logic.
Yeah.
Just programming everything, trying to stay close to the detail, finding the sounds that were sharp enough, strong enough, weighty enough. I'm going to be honest, I did find it a bit difficult. There's so many plugins out there. And at the moment, you know, when you're trying to use free ones, you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, you know what?
Never lied.
Free plugins or not, I think you'll agree Roxy's done a fantastic job. So that was 18. We've broken it down. Where does it lie in the pantheon of TV
Here we go.
theme songs?
Here we go.
Is it a platinum? Is it a gold? Is it a silver? Is it a bronze? I already know what I think.
so do I. I'm not even going to waste anybody's time trying to categorize this anywhere but platinum.
Absolutely, absolutely. It can't
So
go any
if you
lower
had
than a
one
platinum.
goal.
The musicality, the way all the instruments work together, the number of different sections, the masculine and feminine elements. I've said it before, this is a masterpiece.
What you mentioned about the song being broken up into sections, I feel like you can take each piece and create something amazing out of it. The thing is though, and all jokes aside, what would you actually make out of a section of the song?
Okay, let's try.
Okay, brothers and sisters, I want you to reach out.
This man really made an afro. Oh, you got that joint. I think my good boy, my friend, he had like the higher end of it though, that like had a screen on top. But yeah, that's what he got. But that dude, he made an afro. He made an Afrobeat mix out of the 18 dog. Woo! Yeah, can't show like, yeah, I got skills too in my own way.
We have said that this is a platinum theme song.
That
Do you agree with
is
us?
how you did
Write
that.
in the comments. Let us know. Is this a platinum theme song? This has been Dissect the Music. My name's NK Soul.
And my name's Roxy.
Take care. Peace. Whoa! Come on!
Okay, do it again. Just don't shout the house down.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've gone blank. Can you just
Because I can make this part of the drum section.
You could do, and you could also stay in your lane.
Wow.
Alright, this is like bloopers stuff. So anyway, this was a cool episode as well too, man. Like that for not only Roxy showed her keyboard and still production skills, that so did him with his mixing skill. That was pretty cool. He did that, turned the AT into an Afro beat. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T. We're signing off on love.